Welcome to another episode of Bali Life Unfiltered. Today we have our first guest joining us, Caitlin, a talented music teacher who has made Bali her home for the past almost 4 years. Originally from the US, she has had quite the journey, having lived and worked in Abu Dhabi before deciding to settle here in Bali with her son.
We'll be diving into her experience teaching at an international school, how education, student life here compared to other countries, and what it's been like raising a child in Bali. Plus, we'll explore her personal insights on expat life, music, and the community she has built. Caitlin, welcome to the podcast. Thank you.
Welcome.
So nice to be here.
Yay.
First guest. We're very excited.
I am too. Love it.
Yeah, so thank you. So to start off, we normally do a little game at the end of our podcast, which is this or that, but to break the ice, we're going to start off with it.
Perfect.
Cool. So the first one, Bali sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise. I love the sunrise because there's nobody out there.
Are you a morning person then?
I didn't think I was, but I really like waking up early and just, before all the, I think it's just only when I moved to Canggu because it's like chaotic all the time. And like a sunset is chaotic and everybody's taking pictures and, a sunrise, nobody's really out. It's very quiet.
What did you get out for the sunrise much?
Really not so much anymore. I used to, every once in a while, I'd go surf in the morning. And so that was just really beautiful and serene and just being in the water, watching the sunrise and you're out there with your friends. And it's really beautiful. So I think that's what I would prefer.
Oh, I love it.
Amazing.
What about teaching in the morning or teaching in the afternoon?
Morning.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Your brain's kind of working.
I'm noticing a trend.
Maybe I am a morning person.
Yeah. Who knew? Living by rice fields or near the ocean?
Near the ocean.
Yeah. You might say that.
Nice. Nasi goreng or a classic American burger?
I'm not like a huge burger person. So every once in a while I'll get a craving and I'll really need to eat one. But for the most part, I think I would go nasi goreng or nasi and something.
Yeah. Do you like the food here?
I do. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Cool. Big city life or island life?
Island life.
Yeah. You're a convert.
Yeah, you've done a bit of both.
Yeah.
Live music gig or DJ set?
Live music for the most part. I really like to watch the musicians and watch them get into their own thing. And like when everybody's up on the stage and, it's just really magical watching a live music gig. And then DJs I like dancing at, the party scene and everything. It's fun,
Bit of everything.
Yeah, I like music. So as I show,
Yeah. And the last one, teaching kids or teaching adults?
Well, teaching kids, but I've really enjoyed teaching adults as well. I mean, I've taught young adults, adults in their 20s. And I really enjoyed it just because of the progress they make. It's really fast, and then they're really focused, whereas kids can be a bit scattered, but like really when they get something, it's just incredibly rewarding. So, so kids. Yeah.
Oh,
love it.
Yeah,
both. Yeah.
Awesome. So that's the end of this or that. I guess we will start off with talking about like how you ended up in Bali. What brought you here? Tell us a bit about that.
Okay, so I was in Abu Dhabi at the time, and I wasn't actually at a school, or I guess I was, but I was teaching like part-time and not really teaching music. And because it was during COVID and, all sorts of things happened, which, I won't get into. But then my principal at my old school in GEMS called me up and said, hey, we need a music teacher. Would you want to interview for this music education job in Bali? And I was like, Bali, yes. It was during COVID when everything's indoor and you're stuck and Abu Dhabi is really hot. So like it was just, I was ready for a change and I was ready for a different,
And had you been to Bali before?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I just kind of went hoping that I would like it.
So you'd never thought about Bali before? Like it was never on your radar?
No, it wasn't on my radar. Yeah. There were other places that I was kind of, thinking about. And I was thinking of applying I thought South America would be really cool. So I was trying to get a job over there or in the States. I applied to a bunch of schools thinking I would just go back home. Yeah. But it didn't happen.
So where in the US are you from?
I'm from Washington State.
Yeah.
So not DC. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So true.
Tell everyone.
I'm pretty sure I said that the first time. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody does. So yeah, the West Coast, Seattle, Nirvana.
So did you come from there and then go to Abu Dhabi, or were you somewhere else beforehand?
No, so I went to I was actually all over, but I was in LA before I moved to Abu Dhabi. So I was there in LA.
Yeah, cool.
Were you teaching in LA, or you were just?
I was doing a lot. I was teaching part-time in the Valley. Then I was bartending in downtown and waiting tables. I was performing in a restaurant, and then I was also recording, did voiceover work, just really random voiceover work online, just to make
extra.
It was hustling.
That sounds like exactly like the life of someone in LA.
That sounds like
an
LA. That's you, right?
I wouldn't want anyone to have to do that. It was so much. But I mean, these are the things you do in your 20s, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Hustle.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Do the fun stuff.
How long were you in Abu Dhabi? How many years was it?
Almost 10.
Yeah. Oh, wow, long time.
Nine and some. Yeah. Too long.
Too long?
Too long.
Were you ready to leave?
I was so ready.
Yeah. So how did you find Bali when you first got here?
When I first got here, we came during COVID, so we had to quarantine in Jakarta for 10 days. So it was just me and Ezra, my son, in a little hotel room, and it wasn't, wasn't like the cleanest of hotels, and it was just like, oh, we're stuck in here for 10 days and I can't see the sun. And it was
How old was Ezra?
3.
He came 3.
Yeah, so he was small and
3,
and then when we finally got to Bali, it was amazing for the 2 days we were here, and then Ezra got Bali belly. So then that happened, and then he started getting better, and then he found like a fuzzy caterpillar, and then completely his whole face blew up, and he had to rush into the hospital, and it was just God. It's like Bali.
Welcome to Bali.
Yeah.
Why do you hate me?
But this is what we were talking about before, right? You get to Bali and there's suddenly all these random tropical weird things happen to you with your kids.
Yeah. I ended up getting like a bug app because I'm like, what are all these weird bugs? The wasps are gigantic and
what is that?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. See, because we're from Australia,
I
feel like we're so used to everything. I'm like, a lizard, this is nothing.
Yeah.
But
I feel like in the UAE, I rarely even saw bugs. So it's like
he's doing it right.
I think about it.
No. I think I saw scorpions when we were in the desert a couple times, but not
that's cool.
Nothing. I don't know. Nothing big. But so my first it was hard. And then once we got settled and I started meeting other teachers, and it was really, I thought this place was magical, and I was like, oh, I'm meant to be here. It only took like a couple of weeks for me to be like, this is my place.
Did you go straight into work, or did you have a bit of a breather away when you first got here?
Well, I was supposed to, but then Ezra got sick and I didn't have anyone to watch him. So the 2 illnesses back to back. So I was a little bit late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the UAE, I look at it and it's so different to Bali.
Yeah.
So what makes you love Bali more than that? What was your experience there and that maybe brought you here?
There's you could have a lot of good experiences in the UAE. It wasn't much for me. It wasn't a place that I just was like, oh, this is my home. I feel great living here, and this is like my place. Yeah. I feel that here, but I never felt that there. And I think it's like, a lot of everything you do is inside. It's really hot. So you spend a lot of time inside, and a lot of things are like man-made experiences, more than go out and see a waterfall. You can do some really cool things in the desert, and camping in the desert was awesome. But for the most part, I mean, everything we do is outside. Like our campus is pretty much outside. And, you know, it's just very...
Was there a wave park? Is there a wave park there?
There is now. Yeah,
There is
I live
now.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
So,
you know,
yeah.
surf, yeah.
But like they have, you can have a lot of really cool experiences, but like the wave park, it's man-made. We have real waves here.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. So everyone, Caitlin loves surfing. She's very good. So
No, I'm not.
You
are.
terrible.
Yeah, I'm a lifelong learner. I enjoy it. I'm really bad, but I enjoy it.
That's so good compared to us.
Yeah. We tried.
We probably don't try hard enough. No.
Yeah.
I mean once.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They don't need
Haven't got back out again. But
Yeah.
Not us seeing. That's okay.
That's
okay.
okay. This must be. It's
Caitlin's thing.
There's so much other things for you to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about your surfing life.
I mean, it's not much to tell.
So did you surf before Bali? Were you surfing in
No.
anywhere
no.
else?
So
Oh,
I learned
nice.
here, which was really awesome because it was during COVID. So like I messaged one of my friends and I asked him, does he know any surf coaches? And then he got me in touch with this really amazing one named August, and he helped me when there was nobody else in the water. So like he took me, you know, to like Barawa, nobody there, Kadungu, nobody there, and like all these places, you know, and really, really helped me out. And then like I feel like my main issue now is that everywhere I go, there's so many people. So I get in my head, and now I'm like, oh, I think I was a lot better surfer back then. Now I'm like, oh, the people. So I don't know.
People.
Yeah. So I think that like really affects my surfing. Also, like, you know, I can't get out as much as I used to. So yeah, I still love it, but it's not something that I do, you know, 3 times. So 4 times a week.
Well, the surf's pretty bad right now, apparently. Or maybe it's gotten better now.
It's getting better.
Sure. Yeah.
It's pretty nice the other day. But it's getting better.
Cool. Did you have any challenges other than Ezra moving here?
Yes, actually. Oh, I almost forgot about this. I did. My main challenge was we tried to ship everything. So all of our house, everything, like all of our items, we paid a lot of money to ship the whole house because I was like, I don't want to buy all this stuff again. And I don't even know if I could get it here. So we shipped it and never got it. So it like never, it was just like a weird thing.
Still to this day?
To this day,
no.
So everything, like all of my like, everything that I, you know, like all of my treasures and things from my grandma who's no longer alive, and like, you know, like all these little mementos and important like items that I never got. Like there's things that like I'm okay with, but some of it, you know, I thought it would be a really good transition for Ezra to have all of his stuff when we got here. So I shipped it all before, like we went to the States first and then shipped everything right before we left. And then, never got it. So, like, Ezra still talks about our stuff in customs, which is funny.
Completely forgot about this story.
Yeah, right?
And I did too until you said that. I was like, oh, was anything changed?
And it's not easy or cheap to get stuff here, right?
Yeah, no. And there was all these, like, apparently you can't ship clothes, which I think I shipped some, like, jackets and things.
Oh, really?
And, so you can't ship, like, certain used items. And there's all these rules. And I just didn't know. And like the shipping company was just like, and they just took our money, like it. Yeah. So it never got it out.
Do you know where your stuff ever went? Like,
so they found out where that was. They said I could get it like a year later. Maybe it was more than a year. But it was like they asked $6,000 for it, but they can't like assure the quality anymore because I'm just sitting in a wet, moldy, you know. So I was like, I mean, I feel like if I get it and everything is ruined, I'm just gonna be so sad and $6,000 short.
Great. Can you do that? That sucks.
It was really heartbreaking for a while, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's like a lesson just to let the past go and move forward, and maybe. So. That's a great way to live. Like you kind of have to, like if you want to be positive about, you know,
there are lots of these kind of things that happen, and you do have to look on the positive side of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
We discussed like when we moved here about like the island energy.
Oh yeah,
Do you feel that? Like,
Yeah.
maybe that was a sign.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I think it is. Like, I feel like, times are either really good or like or just one bad thing happens after another, and it's just like it
Yeah.
snowballs. But like, it's interesting, and so I'm like, I don't know what that is, but it's very like high and low, constantly there, and it's like, I feel like you really have to love the island and really love the energy to want to stay here longer than a few years, I think.
Yeah, exactly. They say it's, what is it? Like Bali either sucks you in and loves you and you won't leave, or it spits you out and you leave.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I totally believe that. I've seen a lot of sticky, I mean, you guys have too. You've seen a lot of people that.
And so when you moved here, you and Hannah met at swimming lessons?
Yes.
Kids
Swimming lessons. Very early on. I think I'd been here a month, maybe slightly more,
just got
something
here,
something like that. Bella's swimming lesson, and Ezra was there too. And we met. Like, we kind of met and kind of spoke. You had a nanny there at the time.
Yeah,
it was a bit of an awkward thing, and then somehow we then saw each other on like Facebook on one of the groups.
Yeah.
And sparked a conversation on it. Literally, we're friends ever since. Yeah. We met up for some drinks pretty early on after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, great night out.
Oh, yeah.
Is that when you guys went to
Is that the first time?
Bella?
No, surely not.
No, first time was at Larissa. Was the first time we met?
Wasn't it? I think that was definitely one of the first. It might have been the first.
And then we went and had margaritas at Lola's.
Yes, we did.
To a whole
Yeah.
nice, right?
Lola's in the old location as well.
Yeah,
still in the old location.
Yeah, well,
those
nice and small.
spicy margaritas make you want to go out.
Yeah,
stay away.
We were like, let's go deal.
I think we were googling places to go. Like, we didn't really know where to go, and we ended up
because it was pretty new. You were newish here.
So we were newish here. So we went to Seminyak to La Favela.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was,
and it was fun.
It was.
We got home late.
Yes. Or early.
Yeah. Who knows? You don't need to say any more about that,
right?
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
I love it. Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about we talk about you as a music teacher here?
Yeah.
So how, I guess you were teaching music in Abu Dhabi also, and then you've transitioned to here. How has it been teaching music in an international school here?
I love it. It's I really, really love the school. Like, I think I stand by the school. Like, it's just, it has the best sense of community I've ever had at any other international school. Like, it's just really, like, the teachers are close, and the parents, like, I feel like the parents all hang out, and there's always events or things that people do, and like, you're constantly, working on relationships with everybody. And I think that that's just like really, it's just a really, really nice sense of community has exist.
How do you get a job being, I guess, an expat or an international person at another country as a teacher?
Usually, like, you could apply straight through the school. How I got my first job my first international job in Abu Dhabi was through a recruiting agency.
Yeah.
So it was like a recruiting agency for teachers, and I think that's like the most common ways to first get an international job. And then usually, like, you just start knowing people around the world and you move around, and then it's just like word of mouth for, usually. But like, this recruiting agency, I didn't even realize that you could work, as an international teacher. It just wasn't really that common.
Cool, yeah.
I found it through Craigslist, actually. Do you guys?
Yeah,
that's
US.
No,
right?
Just you just heard of the movies.
Oh yeah. It was a pretty big thing back in the day. I don't think they use it anymore because there's like a lot of weird stuff that happened. But it was used for everything, like jobs and like to sell your stuff, and it was like a dating platform, and you know, it was all everything.
Is it a bit like Gumtree? Do you have Gumtree?
Yeah.
in Australia?
Do you have Gumtree?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it sounds like Gumtree.
You can like sell your car, sell
Yeah.
services, like loads, anything.
Yeah.
Do people still use it?
I don't know.
Probably
I feel like maybe Marketplace, like
Yeah,
Facebook Marketplace took over it.
Is that like, oh, that's
Like Facebook Marketplace? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people use Craigslist anymore either.
Unless it's maybe for, I don't know, naughty stuff that you can't do on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, maybe.
Like dating, is that what you said?
Yeah, well, like I know, like I used to look up just as bored. I would look up like the, you know,
The weird
singles seeking singles and like all the weird stuff that's on there. And,
Wow.
it was interesting because they're like, oh, weird.
Oh my god.
And so then the people that you got the job through, do they organize everything, like visas and
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really I think that's like the really nice thing about it is that everything is taken care of for you.
Yeah.
So before you move to another country, like there's so much to think about, you know. But really, like especially this school, like actually my last school too, they made sure I had a place to stay. You know, they take care of your visas. They take care of the whole process, and all you have to say, they ask you for all the documents, you send it over, and then they do really everything for you, and it makes it a really, you know, like flawless transition. Yeah, it's really easy.
Yeah, it's amazing, really. Like I wouldn't have expected that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's why international teachers tend to move so much.
Yeah.
Because like it's you get that experience, you know, like your contract is usually like 2 years at a time.
Yeah.
And then you get that experience someplace, and then you can move somewhere else, and then you can get that whole living experience somewhere else in the world.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, did we say which school you teach at? I feel like
No.
we know, but
No.
for our listeners,
Yeah, I teach at Canggu Community School.
Yeah. Well, how do you think like Canggu Community School differs from other schools on the island? Like, is there anything that stands out?
You know, I don't know like exactly how it would differ from other schools. I know how we differ from Green School, but like that's, you know, it's because the whole idea like is completely different.
Yeah.
You know, the values and everything. But I think like what CCS does a really good job at is like experiential learning. You know, like they have so many field trips, and they make sure that like they go on these field trips that tie in with their unit. You know, like year 3 had a sound and light unit, and they went to the pyramids of Chi and had like a sound bath.
They're like so cool.
Yeah, like these cool things that you know, they're making sure that they're really immersed in the culture here. And you know, like I couldn't say for other schools, but like it's just, you know, I think that CCS does a really good job at like making sure that these kids are getting really immersive experiences. Yeah. And then I think like also our school it promotes global citizenship. So I think that like making sure that there's connections with all of the students, and, you know, we're all connected even though we might speak different languages and have different core values at home, and like, you know, different, you know, everyone's raised differently.
Yeah.
So we're all connected with like the core values that we have at the school. And then, you know, also like it's okay to speak your mother tongue, and like you want to, you know, find a friend and speak to your friend in your mother tongue, and write. And if you're not comfortable writing English, like write in whatever language you want, you know?
Yeah.
We have like Google Translate. It's okay.
Yeah.
So it's like I think that's really cool about the school. And I don't think I've ever been anywhere else that's
Did you work in the US?
I did, but I worked at like more of a private, like not a school. School is like more of a center.
Yeah. And in Abu Dhabi, what language was it primarily?
Is English, but the kids mostly spoke Arabic. But
Yes. And then so being here, how do you go? Like, is there much challenge with having so many multicultural languages, or even culturally?
Not for me as a music teacher, because I feel like I like to explore other cultures, and the kids are always, you know, doing different music in other languages or learning about other music and getting that experience that is, you know, maybe it's their own culture and maybe it's somebody else's, and it's maybe like, but it's very, you know, reading music is a language in itself, you know, so like teaching them how to read music,
international language.
But so yeah, I don't really deal with it a lot, but like, yeah, I try to just let the kids, you know, be themselves. And
Is there much turnover with teachers at CCS, or they're like long-standing?
yeah, not really.
Yeah.
We don't have much turnover.
Yeah,
like
that's great.
compared to you know, other international schools. I don't think like in primary this year, I don't think there's any new teachers coming in.
It's so good.
Which means obviously it's such a great school.
Yeah.
And people are happy there, which is great. Because I can imagine, like, if you move abroad and you're sending your kids to school, you imagine it might be quite transient, like the people. So it's great to know. Like the teachers have been there a while and they know Bali, and it, you know, they're used to these cultures. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, in our previous episode, we talked about how our kids go to CCS and how great it is. So,
and how great they are.
Yeah.
Cool kids.
Oh.
Thanks. We paid her to say that.
They didn't.
Yeah, no, Annabelle is looking forward to doing music next term.
Yeah, I can't wait to teach her. She's super sweet.
I think she has a good singing voice to sing, but
I'm biased.
Oh, it never has.
I swear, she's going to be a superstar.
I love it.
Do you have any funny teaching stories or anything funny that's happened in the classroom that you can think of? Putting you on the spot right now.
Funny stuff happens every day.
What age groups are you teaching primarily?
Years 2 through 6.
Yeah. Gosh, there's going to be some funny.
Yeah. So you know, funny things happen every day. Like there's like, you know, I think like a daily funny thing is like when a kid farts, just the reaction. It is just like so funny. And I don't know like why I still find funny.
They do it out loud?
How am I not?
I hope my kids aren't fasting at the school.
But it's like
the daily, I'm sure.
It's not like the fart itself that's funny. It's just how they react to it. Like kids are like, and then like some are mortified, some are laughing. Like it's just like, and it just is so disruptive, you know. Then like everybody goes crazy, and it's just like, you know, it's just it's a funny thing that happens all the time. And so that's the first one that comes to my head. But yeah,
that's
like,
good. That's good.
You can't beat that at anything.
But they're like the kids are always telling you funny stories or like or too much information.
Did they tell you
about like their parents?
Yes.
So
you know a lot.
No, I do
so much.
Yeah, I do.
So scary.
And sometimes, I mean, sometimes I'm like, okay, some things maybe you shouldn't tell your teachers, you know, like
you have a little nose
at home,
you know, I don't know, but yeah, these kids they're funny and they see funny things, and I love them.
Part of life.
They're all very unique.
And so how old's Ezra now?
Ezra's 7.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I know. Yeah, it's like flying by.
How's it been with him here? Is he loving it?
Yeah, he does. He I think for the most part he does. He like likes being here. But then I'm always trying to take him to the beach, and he's like, I don't like the beach. And now he's
doesn't like the sand.
Yeah.
This is a common theme. Yeah.
And then you get them there and they love it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, usually like you get him in the water, he loves it, but it's just like fighting it. And I also tried to get him into surfing, and I'm like, let's go get surfing lessons, and he's like, no. But he said something that I was like, okay, yeah. He's like, that could be your thing. It doesn't have to be my thing. We're different. And I was like, okay,
that's really grown up.
I know. Yeah, it was. So I was like, okay.
I'm going to say that.
Yeah, that's true. And so, so like, okay, if you don't want to do it, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's all right.
Yeah, exactly. How do you find it being in Bali with Ezra? Like, if you don't mind me sharing, you're here bringing up Ezra on your own.
With an excellent nanny.
Excellent nanny. So that might be, how you're doing it.
Nice. So being a single mom here is like it's challenging just being, on my own in general. But I do have an excellent nanny who makes things like way better. Like I think about like if I was doing this in the States, like I wouldn't be able to afford a nanny on a single teaching salary. And we have a cleaner and a gardener and like a pool man, and we just like, all these nice things that help me. Yeah. So it actually like, I think the only real challenging thing I've ever encountered is just like anything spontaneous. Like I feel like I have to be everything is planned to the T for the entire month. Yeah. Like this is what we're doing this week. This is what we're doing next week. And it's just like planned, perfectly. Yeah. And then like, I think like any overnight trips is really difficult for me because I'm still not like super comfortable leaving Ezra with the nanny. So, but yeah, she's really wonderful. And,
did you find her easily or?
Yeah, well, actually I had a few other, like applicants and people that were working before her.
Yeah.
But I found her through Facebook as well. Like I'm like a nan, like nannies and
nice. The main ladies.
Bali. Yeah, I think it was. And she just applied, and she like I had a really good vibe about her, and she was teaching before that. She just felt like she was gonna be, the one. And so it was between her and another nanny, and she like didn't. We were supposed to go out or something, right? I don't know what it was, and she just didn't even show up. Yeah, and so then she messaged me like, I'm like, are you coming? Like, what's happening? And she messaged me, and she's like, oh yeah, my son's sick or had an accident and in Jakarta. And I was like, what? And then that this was like 2 days later. Yeah, she could have messaged me, So I mean, there's the experiences like that. Yeah, like so I think that's really challenging. Is like you have to rely on someone that's not your husband, family, and not your family. Yeah, you're so which is still challenging for me, because Rico only works like part-time still. Yeah. And so I think like, that's challenging. You have to juggle a lot. Yeah. But like, it's so much easier than if I were in the States. And
of course, I can't even imagine what it would be like back there trying to like navigate life as a single mom. And
I see so many messages in the Facebook groups. Oh, I'm a single mom, single dad. I want to come to Bali. How is it? What's it like?
Yeah, I think it's great.
Probably better than
doing it. Way better.
Yeah.
I think it's way better. Yeah. So there's so many benefits to it.
Just having that help. Like we have talked about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also think that when you find your people, and when you find like your friends and your group, like everything is easier too, like you're connected, you have people to talk to. Like I never really had like a mom support system when I was in Abu Dhabi. Like I never made those mom friends. Like my friend, I had friends there, but it was all like they didn't have kids, so I never had that like support system. So I think like, I mean, it's huge. Like when when we just need to go out, and we're like, okay, I'm having a stressful week. Maybe let's plan something. And then, Rika can work and we can go out and we could like vent and talk about it. And like, I think that, it's just not something I've had anywhere else.
Yeah. So you've easily built like a network of people here. Yeah. Like since from the day you arrived. Yeah. It's been,
Yeah. So
natural.
It's just natural. Like everything, nothing is forced. I think like, I tried so hard to force mom friends in Abu Dhabi, and I just never really made any. I really I really tried to make some, and it just didn't happen. So like, so I think that having your community, having all the help, I think, being a single mom is actually not super challenging.
One of the better places to be doing it.
Exactly. So
exactly. That's good. So you're a music teacher. Yeah. But you also sing.
Yes.
And what other things to do with music?
I picked up the bass, so I'm starting playing bass, but I'm a beginning bass player, but I enjoy it. It's fun. Yeah. So we play in like a school, like the other teacher band.
Yeah.
So like
A school band?
Yeah.
But not at
It's
school.
not like a school band, but like
Do you have a
it's like
name?
teacher.
Do you call it?
We used to, but like now I think we just call ourselves a teacher band.
You need to come up with a new name.
You know what I mean? The teacher band.
I think like when we lost some members, like the name went away. So I think now it's just teacher band.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you play around or just at school?
Right now, just at school. Like we haven't really. We always have talked about like going and having gigs out, but we haven't really done much. So yeah. So hopefully that will be a thing. I wish we had one that was at a recording studio and a bunch of people came. It was cute. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Do they have much like open mic nights here? Have you done any?
They have what's it, Jiwa Gardens.
Okay.
So they have something there. Have you guys been there? It's like it's like a really cool, chill vibe. And they have open mic nights there where you could just get up and play. And like you can have other musicians that back you up, and you can sing whatever you want. And you can write your own, or you can sing your own music. And you can, it's really, and then everybody just watches. They have food. Like it's like a really cool place, nice vibe.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then I think Gimme Shelter has something, but I've never been. I've seen it. Like I've seen.
So
it's
like rock.
Yeah,
rock.
it's always like
It's
too
hardcore.
late for me to like go.
Yeah.
And then like, I can't like go all the way over there on a school night.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what do you do socially? What do you love doing?
Socially, I mean, I like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Restaurants.
We love going
beach
out.
clubs. Yeah.
Dinner and beach
Yeah.
clubs. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like going to the beach. I like meeting up at the beach, and
Well, we touched on like surfing.
surfing.
Do you do you do some yoga as well?
Yeah, yoga, Pilates. I started getting into Legree. Have you guys done that? Yeah.
What is
that?
Yeah, so cool.
Legree.
Yeah, never
heard of it.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Tell us.
Such a workout. Like it's really intense. And there's a girl that that does it here, and she only has 4 machines, so it's like getting into the class, like because it's like
What is it?
impossible. Oh, so
Is
it's
it like
like I guess it's similar to Pilates. On the machine is like really thin, and you're constantly moving instead of like taking breaks and working different parts, and it's staying in planks and it's staying in these it's like really intense
Torture.
It's torture.
Yeah.
And
It's a torture machine.
it's like it's torture, but like after you're like, oh, so nice.
But you feel good, yeah.
And then she gives you like a little shot of like coconut water or something ginger or something. And it's like
Cool.
so it's I really like it. Yeah. But I mean, getting the classes.
Yeah. Where is the class?
It's in Fernan.
Okay.
And it'll be while you're teaching, right? When you're working.
Yeah, she has
Generally.
evening classes, but you have to, I can usually get into 1 a week. But like so I have to wake up early and make sure I get into the class.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to I get into it on 2 different platforms, like ClassPass and Moments.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
that other one.
Pass.
Yeah.
The other one. Yeah.
How have you adjusted to the Bali culture? Do you embrace the Balinese lifestyle here? You mix with locals,
Yeah.
that sort of thing?
I love it. I find it just really I feel like the Balinese are just so happy.
Yeah.
And so you
Right,
kind of
yeah.
you're like, oh, what's your secret? You're
Yeah.
just living a very, a lot of them just a very simple life, but a very happy life. And so I really love that.
Yeah. And very family, I think. Or
Family oriented.
neighborly. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and I think some of the things, even the offerings and, making just gratitude in general, I think that so full of gratitude. So if you're always just feeling that gratitude and you're just embracing it, then you're you have a really nice time here.
And you can speak a bit of Bahasa.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Should we start speaking in Bahasa instead?
Oh, yeah.
We might not get very far.
I had a class today and I was just like, oh, I can't today.
So did we. We
One
had
of those
today.
days.
Oh, yeah.
I just blanked on everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It comes and goes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she was like our first, we haven't had her before.
Oh,
And so I didn't want to look really bad, but yeah. She's probably like, oh, you've been doing this for like 8 months.
slowly.
Yes. Yeah.
because you learn with your husband, right?
Yes.
Do you are you at the same level, or is one of you better than the other? Just out of
We're probably at the same level, but in different ways. Like, I know a lot of words.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm better. No.
Actually,
Now that I think about it, no, I'm probably better. But he can hear, when they're speaking and probably picks it up quicker than me.
that's
Whereas I'm like, it takes me a little bit of time. Yeah.
I'm a bit like that too.
Yeah.
Like I think reading it is easier.
Totally.
Yes. Same.
Yeah.
Reading and writing.
Listening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It takes too long.
Are you guys competitive? You know?
No. Oh, okay, no. Because he's like, no, I'm not that good. So he doesn't compete.
Right. Yeah.
What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm better.
Yeah.
And I am competitive, even though
Yeah.
there's no need. Yeah, we've done a few competitions.
Oh,
She does
really?
tests, and I always win.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I want to test.
Yeah.
It's work in progress still.
Who do you guys do it with?
We learn with a company called the Heart of Bahasa,
Oh, okay.
and our teacher Tiara, if you're watching, listening, she's amazing. She's so funny. She's like the best teacher. We had someone before, and she just was missing a bit of something.
Yeah.
And our teacher now, she's just great. Love her. And personality is just on point. She
cool.
just makes jokes all the time. It's just
Cool. That makes
Yeah.
a huge difference.
it's just fun. I enjoy her coming
that's
over.
good.
Yeah, she's great.
Did you ever go through the school? Because they offer parents.
Yeah, so this is a great thing that the school offers,
Yeah.
the language lessons. But no, I've never done it at the school.
No, I think I looked at it because for a while I think it was free even.
Yeah.
It was for me.
Yeah.
But no.
Oh, is it not still?
I don't think it
No,
is free
I don't think
anymore.
So.
I just like to learn in private, not with other
Yeah.
parents.
Oh, in a group. Yes, that's true.
You know
That
which
makes
parents,
sense. That's
you know.
true. Like as a teacher, because obviously we're parents, so you mingle with us. Do you mingle with like the teachers a lot? Like, is it a good
Yeah.
community?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we're all really close, which is nice.
Yeah.
We do like social events together. We try to meet, we used to like meet every Friday. Like that was like a thing right after school, but not so much anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I can't think of anyone that I don't like being around, it's really close group of teachers and people, and yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's
We've brought up it's like like-minded people.
Right.
Yeah.
think
Everyone's
so,
like
yeah.
similar reasons.
And I think because like our school is like relatively smaller than ones international schools I've been to before. I think that's
This
why.
is smaller.
This is smaller, yeah.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah, I was at a gem school before, and it was that's huge. It's like a gem school. Yeah. They're like chain schools. Yeah, no, actually, corporate schools, for profit schools.
Private?
Yeah.
Would that be like in Australia? It's private?
Private schools, yeah.
Yeah, massive. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
makes
massive.
sense.
Yeah.
Are there any must-sees or must-dos that you'd recommend for people coming to Bali? Like, what are your favorite things to do here when you're not teaching, of course?
I love getting out of Canggu.
Yes. Why?
Yeah, it's just so busy, and I think that I one of my favorite things I've done since I've been here is stayed in a tree house in Cedarman, and it was just really waking up to the sounds of nature, and it's just people over there were really friendly and very calm, and it was just a slower pace, and the owner of the place, the treehouse that I lived in, took us around and showed us things that he was building, and he was just really friendly, and it was just a slower pace of life. There wasn't a whole lot of tourists there at the time, and it was really, really lovely.
Yeah.
And then Uluwatu, I think I really, it's changing definitely.
Yeah,
it's not
definitely.
the same as it used to be, but I really love it down there. Like I stayed at a really beautiful place in Pakatu, and it was just like waking up to the ocean, and then you just like hike down to the water. And it's just really nice. Just like in either direction, just getting out of Chongo is like really.
And it feels so different when you leave, doesn't it? All these places, I think we touched on before, but like you can just go an hour and you just feel different.
Exactly.
It's like a different place.
That's why I feel like I never actually need. Sometimes I'm like I never actually need to leave because like you can just have a holiday and just go north. And do all these like beautiful experiences. Have all these amazing experiences.
So many people forget there's more places than Canggu and Seminyak, and
it's true.
Even Nusa Dua for people coming here. There's so many places that are beautiful and natural and so much to explore. Do you choose Ubud or do you like Uluwatu?
Uluwatu. Yeah. It's just I think just because I love the ocean, I just find it very healing, and like just being in it itself is just it's my place. So, Uluwatu.
Cool. Do you think you're going to be staying in Bali? What's next for you? Oh, you're happy here?
Yeah, I'm happy here. Yeah, I don't see myself leaving anytime soon. So I don't know. This is it. Happy here. This is it for now. I don't know. Things change really fast.
Of course. Yeah.
So, but for right now, I think this is a good place for me. It's a good place for Ezra. I think it would be. I think he really misses his dad. So he's talked about wanting to move to Thailand where his dad lives. So, there was always that, but it's like Bali is always my place, my home. Yeah.
And why do you think that is? Like, is there anything that stands out for you that it's Bali or that you love?
I don't know. It's just, there's like we've talked about before, there's just an energy here. Yeah. And it's just, there's just like, it's just so many amazing experiences that I've had here. And, like, I like my life here. And it's just, I'm really, feel like it's really happy.
Yeah, you've built such a strong community here, and the energy, something just pulls you in. It makes you want to stay.
Exactly.
And why change something that's working?
Exactly. Yeah. So like I like who I have made friends with. I like, the energy here. I like all the ins and outs. Yeah.
Yeah, we like Caitlin too.
Yeah.
Do not with you.
I won't.
Good. That is always the worry when you make friends here.
Yeah.
One of you might leave.
Yeah.
So
nobody
leave.
That's always like, that happens whenever you're moving away from your home country. I feel like, in the States, like nobody like left my state really.
Same as me. I know. Yeah. Even my hometown, a lot of people like left after school maybe, and then they went back. Family.
Yeah. I think it is important. Yeah. I think that's the hardest thing. Yeah. That you don't have when you don't have family here.
Yeah. Very true. Do you get back to the US much?
Yeah, I try to go every like December, on that December holiday, so we can go snowboarding and Ezra can see snow and so all of the winter activities that we don't get here.
Yeah, amazing. Cool. Well, thank you, Caitlin, for joining us today as our first guest on the podcast.
So good.
Loved having you.
Loved being here. It was fun.